So, in plain English, and you better believe that I'm using my hands to show you on a podcast, a funnel is an upside down triangle. So, we have three marketing speak stages of the funnel. We have top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel. You might hear this as tofu, mofu, or bofu. You might hear of it as toff, moth, and boff. Stop and don't spend another single cent on advertising until you listen to this. I'm Marianne Amies. This is Ready, Set, Paid Ads, digital marketing for paid ad success. Let's go. Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Ready, Set, Paid Ads. When I thought about what to talk to you about today, I knew I really wanted to dive into funnels. I think that funnels as a concept is one of those marketing speak areas where, us marketers love to rabbit on about funnels, but to the average business owner or aspiring marketer, it's not actually a concept that you might be overly familiar with. What doesn't help on top of that is there are a million people talking about it in slightly different ways, and you can get really lost. I wanted to start off by recording an episode on 3 ready to roll out funnels. And I thought this is going to be really useful to talk to different types of people, different types of businesses, and really show some ready to go strategies that you can implement. And then that got me thinking, what are funnels? And what's the point of giving you 3 ready to roll out paid ads funnels if you don't actually understand the benefit of a funnel and you don't even understand what a funnel is and what the hell I'm talking about? So what I decided to do is break this into a 2-part series. And in today's episode, it's going to be all about educating you on what a funnel is and how a funnel can help you get to that sales result. And then we'll come back in a couple of weeks' time with part 2 and talk about ready to roll out paid ads funnel templates that you can use in your exact type of business for your objective. So diving into part 1 today, it's a bit of a funnels 101. Let's dive into what funnels are and how they can actually lead to sales. So in plain English, and you better believe that I'm using my hands to show you on a podcast, a funnel is an upside down triangle. If as a kid you ever made cordial and then had to get that cordial from a big jug into maybe a smaller bottle, you probably got out a funnel. As an adult, I don't think I own a funnel anymore, but I kind of remember as a kid always needing to go and find a funnel for different things. And that funnel is an upside down triangle. And when we talk about a funnel in marketing, we're really envisioning something that's really wide at the top and really narrow at the bottom. And it's a way to guide people from who is this business right down to this business is for me and I'm ready to close the sale. So the way that paid ads can help to fill that funnel is that it helps pull people in at the top. So bring you in front of new eyeballs, bring you in front of your ideal client. But that's really just the first step. The top of the funnel is almost the easiest to crack. And how we filter people down into that almost liquid gold that drips out the bottom, which is our most engaged ideal client converting to do business with us, is kind of where the magic happens. So we have 3 marketing speak stages of the funnel. We have top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel. You might hear this as tofu, mofu, or bofu. You might hear of it as toff, moth, and boff. So there's lots of different ways. I've listed 3 there, but there's hundreds of ways. I think every marketer likes to give the 3 parts of a funnel their own speak to be memorable. But today we're just going to keep it basic and, as I promised you, jargon free. So let's think about the very top of our funnel. So get your triangle, divide it into 3, and that top third, the broadest part. And this is our kind of, hey, nice to meet you area of the funnel. Our goal for the top of funnel is to get attention from people who don't know us. It's to get the most amount of eyeballs on us, and we're going to filter as we go to get towards that ideal converting client. So when we look at that through a paid ads lens, Our top of funnel strategies are really about entertaining or educational content, teaser videos, that direct speak. Here's a problem you might have. So, again, you might have an ad that says, are you tired of squinting at the sun and you want stylish frames that actually suit everyone? And again, that's talking to a lot of people. We're not selling them everything yet. We're really just bringing them into our ecosystem. Again, that entertaining educational content. It could be promoting blog posts that, educate, or it could be sharing case studies. It could be team and culture content, employee generated content, just really getting in people's sphere of awareness and actually having them acknowledge your existence. So you're building that awareness at top of funnel. You're not selling yet. We're going to go through the stages to push them down that funnel. So then let's get to the middle of funnel. So this is our middle third of our upside down triangle. And it's really the tell me more. All those people that we brought into the top of funnel are not going to convert. They're not going to do business. But what we want to do with our middle of funnel activities is build the trust and give value. It's kind of like whetting the appetite. It's building that relationship and giving them a way to maybe test us out, learn a little bit, toe in the water kind of activity. So when we think about ads here, that's our lead magnets or our freebies. So, why do we do ads with a free download of this and a free download of that? Yes, we do it to capture that email address because we know we can continue to nurture via email, but we also do it to get a very small transaction, to get a very small commitment from our target market to us. It's almost like agreeing to go on the first date. We've built up enough trust and enough quality in their mind that they're willing to transact in a small way. Ads at middle of funnel also look like testimonials. They also look like product demonstrations. So this is where our influencer content might come in. Our deeper case studies might come in. It's where we're going to start to retarget people as well. So, if our awareness top of funnel ads were driving people to our website, we know they've had an interaction with us where we haven't asked for anything in return from them. So our middle of funnel, when we're retargeting them, is sort of going, hey, yeah, you went to our website. Here's some other things that are great about us that might mean we're the right fit for you. We have the right product or the right service. So an example is then that kind of discount for a download, join our wait list or get 10% off if you sign up to our newsletter. So we're trying to capture and convert something. It's not the end goal, but again, it's refining that pool of people from just interested to considering doing business. You're really nurturing interest. I'm just having a laugh. It's kind of like when you go into a store and you're looking around and the sales assistant says, oh, hi, is there anything I can help you with? Now, going from top of funnel to middle of funnel is where you actually go, oh, yes, I'm looking for a present for my mum, as opposed to when you go, I'm fine, thanks, which means don't talk to me. I'm just looking. I'm not ready to step down in that next layer of trust, of testing, of feeling it out. I'm closed. Whereas, a successful middle of funnel in real life is when you say, I'm looking for a present for my mum. And then they say, oh, was it her birthday? And you start to share a bit about you. You've trusted enough that you're in the right place, that you're going to share a bit about you. You're going to accept a bit of knowledge from them. And, a relationship is forming. So then we have our bottom of funnel. And as I said, think of an inverted triangle and think of that bottom third. This is the smallest part of the triangle. So we are not expecting to be the product or the service for everybody. We're really trying to filter our way down to the people that we are perfectly aligned with. And that bottom of funnel is that, okay, I'm in. You've sold me, you've got me. So the goal here is to convert interest into a sale. If we go to that retail experience, it's when I'm at the cash register. She's got me. She helped me find the perfect present for my mum. We went on that journey together and now I'm checking out. Or if we go back to that dating analogy, You've got me for dinner and I've turned up and I'm sitting down and we're having that dinner together. You've moved me past the trying to suss you out to the actually trusting you with the transaction. So, our goal, as I said, converting interest into a sale. And what ads look like at the bottom of funnel are our product offers. It's where we start to say, buy this, sign up here, act now. It's our time sensitive promotions. It's 24 hours left of this sale or X% off for 24 hours only or end Sunday or whatever it might be. It's our cart reminders. And again, our remarketing can come back into our bottom of funnel, but it might be our abandoned cart ads. It might be our, we saw you browsing, but you didn't check out, and those sorts of things. So it's those more deeper conversion-based ads. Yeah, your cart misses you. Complete your order now and get free shipping. So that bottom of funnel is trying to grab those people that have made it. They've made it from just browsing. They've made it from just browsing to showing some interest in you, from talking to you, getting the download, sussing you out, reading the testimonials. They're deep diving, they're researching, they're giving over their email for that first taste. And now in the bottom of the funnel, they're converting. So they're going the whole way, they're sealing the deal, they're signing up, they're purchasing. So the whole idea about a funnel, and I guess the whole idea about a funnel back to paid ads, is helping people move through those stages. Paid ads helps us get enough people at the top of the funnel to make sure as naturally people filter out, they self-assess whether it's for them and they filter out. We get enough people at the bottom that are converting. And for different businesses, especially when we're auditing clients' accounts, whether that's their ad accounts, whether that's their e-com analytics, we're trying to understand what part of the funnel is broken. A really loyal customer base, a business that's not growing but has really consistent loyal sales, we'll say it's a top of funnel problem. You're not getting in front of new eyeballs. There's a lot of proof here that your product is loved and well loved by your current market, but we're not getting it in front of a lot of new people. So what are our top of funnel activities going to be? And we might have another client where we can see lots of website traffic. We can see maybe it's high abandoned carts or high abandoned product browse. So again, they're not getting enough in the middle, that taster, that proof, that touch point that they've engaged, they've given over a little bit. They're giving and you're giving, they're taking, and that reciprocal relationship is commencing. We're not proving in the middle. So coming back to middle of funnel content and thinking about what ads we need to run to get them over the line. And of course, at the very other end, if we've got huge traffic, great signups to freebies, but we're not getting the sale, what is our bottom of funnel problem or roadblock? Maybe it's a UX problem and our website is actually hard to convert on. Maybe we talked about this in another episode, the checkout button is in the completely wrong place, or maybe our forms are broken, or it's not clear how I sign up for your service or what the first step is. So it's also problem solving the whole marketing ecosystem. And when we talk about funnels, obviously I've relayed this to you in the context of paid ads, but don't forget your organic social content and the way in which you plan your social content is also around funnel dynamics and around what content percent you need at that top of funnel, what content percent you need in the middle, and what content percent you need in the bottom. And generally the bottom of funnel in an organic context is going to be quite low because we don't like to be directly sold to on social media. But that said, it still has a place and is really important to come back on our social media organically, whether that's 10% of your content plan to say, book now, buy now, this service, book in a call, this product, check out now, because sometimes we forget to ask on the sale on our organic socials, and that's a missed opportunity. And again, how are your emails supporting that funnel? And at every step I spoke about in that funnel, there is a full suite of emails that you can be deploying to support those different stages of the funnel and really helping guide people through collecting enough information to move them through the stages to be ready to say it's a hell yes for me. So I hope that this gives you a really good layman's term approach to what a funnel is, what the purpose of a funnel is, and the 3 stages of a funnel and what that means for your business. I think it would be great to brainstorm within your own business or the business that you're working on. What does that funnel look like, and how are you realizing those stages of the funnel, where your funnel gaps are or where your funnel priorities might be as well? And that's a look at your Google Analytics, a look at your paid ads analytics, organic, social analytics. And then it's layering that in with your intuition and your offline data about what you know about your customer journey and your ideal target to find that kind of perfect funnel. So I hope this has been a really good insight into what a funnel is and, how you can design a funnel to suit your product or service as well. As I said, keep an eye out for part 2 that'll drop soon. And in that, I'm going to give you 3 ready to go funnels for a service-based business, an e-com business. And I think that they're going to be a really easy way for you to test the waters and put some of this theory into practice and start running ads that are full funnel approach to really change your results as well. So thank you again for joining me today. And I, as always, would love to hear your feedback on Instagram or LinkedIn and tell me what this episode has sparked for you. That's a wrap on another episode of Ready, Set, Paid Ads. If you're looking for done-for-you services, training to upskill you in ads management, or free and paid resources to help you plan and execute better ads, head to wiseupmarketing.com.au. If you've loved this episode, be sure to subscribe for future episodes. And if you know someone that would love this podcast too, go on and share it.